Are you an SME vendor and attending a Gartner event such as the Gartner Security and Risk Management Summit? If that is the case, you'll have to invest 3 to 4 days of your working week, and you really want to make sure you get the most out of it. So if that sounds familiar, stick around. My name is Darragh Kelly, and I have over a decade's experience managing analyst relationships with Gartner at multiple cybersecurity SME vendors, all of which has culminated in numerous publications. So to get the most out of the event, we're going to look at two main areas. First of all, building meaningful relationships. This will be with Gartner analysts, potential new customers, other vendors, and finally existing customers. Secondly, we will look at preparation for the event, things that we need to get done beforehand and tools that we can use. Personally, where I've seen great value to be had from these events and these summits is in building meaningful relationships. And first of all, and the most important, is building meaningful relationships with analysts. So we could look at this from two different perspectives. First of all, we have the opportunity to have face-to-face encounters with analysts. So this depends on the contract that you have, but generally you will have a 30-minute face-to-face with one of the analysts that are available. Now, these are highly valuable interactions and engagements. So one of the main reasons why they're so important, these engagements, is they're face-to-face. It's unlike, let's say, inquiries. It's unlike a vendor briefing where everything is done on WebEx, everything is recorded, so there's a huge sort of compliancy issue. Here it's one-to-one, there are no recordings, so it's an opportunity to ask questions, bring the conversation somewhere that possibly you could not do on a recorded session. So points that you could probably ask here, maybe about your competition, the points of view of the analysts on publications that they're making. Are you going to be published? Are you not going to be published? What could you do? What could you not do? Maybe questions that couldn't be answered if those questions and answers were going to be recorded. So these face-to-face sessions are really highly valuable. And then from a scheduling perspective, try schedule a session with the analysts when they have finished doing their presentations. So we have to take into consideration that these events for analysts are high pressure, they're high tension, and they really want to get their presentations right. So it's really recommendable to have those face-to-face sessions when they have completed all of their presentations. So the stress is off them, they're feeling a lot more relaxed, you're going to get them in a good mood. So I would really recommend viewing that analyst sessions and trying to schedule a session post presentations to make that most favorable for that engagement. Another opportunity with analysts that I would recommend is to identify analysts of interest and then just see what is their schedule for presentations and make the effort to go up, say hello, introduce yourself, and make it personable. And just let them know that you're going to be in contact shortly, and it gives you something to talk about on your first call. Another great opportunity to be had in building meaningful relationships is with other SME vendors that are going to these events. So we will look later how you can use the Gartner Conference Navigator to identify other profiles of other people, such as SME vendors that will be going to the event. So you can reach out to them and schedule a face-to-face, get in contact with them, send them a message. It's a great opportunity If you're looking at such things as integrating with another SME, or just to share experiences on how they are dealing with Gartner, how you are dealing with Gartner, it's just a really nice context to have a good conversation with other SME vendors. So I would highly recommend reaching out to other SME vendors within your space and having a conversation with them. If your budget permits, what you can do is you can invite a customer to this event. So this would mean that you would cover their cost of accommodation, you would cover their cost of flights, and it means that they get a great amount of value at these events, which are generally over a 2 to 3 day period. They learn a lot, there's a lot of trends, there's a lot of what's coming down the line, a lot of value for them. It also gives you a lot of time with them to understand their problems within the context of the summit itself. The events are really high end, the food is great, the breaks are great, the conversations are great, and it's a really plush and luxurious atmosphere. So you really come off well with your customers. So it's a great opportunity to offer them high value interactions with analysts and other third parties, while you get to know them a lot better within the context of the summit. So let's look at what you should do before you go to the event. So what preparation you should do. Okay, so first of all, there's a huge amount of content to be seen. There are sessions, there are demos done by other vendors. There are other stakeholders that will give presentations, namely Gartner customers, which are really excellent sessions. Go if you have the opportunity. So there's going to be a lot of content. There are going to be various tracks of presentations that will be given. So it's important that you identify what sessions you are going to go to, but I would make the recommendation there of including the rest of the company to get their input onto what sessions make most sense. A tool that is really useful is the Gartner Conference Navigator. Okay, so with the Gartner Conference Navigator, you can review all of the presentations that will be given. They'll let you know when the session is going to be happening. Also, they will give you links within the Navigator on the recordings of these sessions and access to downloads of those presentations post session. Okay, so the Navigator is really great for selecting those sessions and sort of getting a calendar view of all of the sessions and all of the content. In addition, you will be able to schedule the face-to-face sessions with analysts. That's another interesting point. Also, you will be able to see the other people that will be attending the event. So this could be of interest if you're looking to get in contact with specific stakeholders. In my case, in cybersecurity, I might be interested in talking with some CISOs or other SME vendors. So you'll be able to see the profiles of these people. You will be able to get in contact with these people to be able to establish meetings. In summary, these events are really high quality. There's great content. However, people are not going to buy, so do not go and sell. These are great opportunities from a more strategic perspective. So go and learn and go and build meaningful relationships.